Hey, Drew James here from LearnGuitarInLondon.com, and I'm playing the absolutely awesome Killing Me Softly by Roberta Flack. Such a wonderful song, and it sounds great in fingerstyle guitar, and I've made a fingerstyle arrangement that I think is reasonably accessible to all, especially those who have maybe been playing fingerstyle for about 6 months or so. If you're a complete beginner, it might be a little bit more challenging, but I think it's a really great arrangement, and you can get hold of this arrangement completely for free at LearnGuitarInLondon.com. It just takes a name and email address to join the student area. There's a link in the video and a link in the video description that you can click to grab the tab. Also, this lesson is a two-parter, and part 2 of that lesson will be over at the student area in the part 2 videos section. So it's all completely for free, just takes a name and email address. Right, let's get started learning how to play. Let's look at the first couple of bars of this one. Okay, so this is fingerstyle guitar, and I have a general fingerstyle rule which is based on the classical approach, and that is the thumb plays the top 3 strings. That's the E, A and D string, Eddie A, Dynamite. The index finger plays the good, the G string. The middle finger plays the B, the the B string, and the ring finger plays the E, the Eddie string. So Eddie A, Dynamite, goodbye Eddie, thumb, 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 index, middle, ring. Now sometimes we have to break that rule, and that's okay, but just making that as a basis for your fingers is really helpful for coordination essentially, and for speed a little bit later on when you get better as a fingerstyle player. So the beginning of this song has something called a big pinch. Well, that's what I call it. Thumb on the thickest string, index on the G, middle on the B, and ring on the E, pulling all 4 strings at the same time. We also need to fret down fret 3 on the thinnest string. So that's the beginning. Now, before I go any further, full disclosure, occasionally you might see me doing this, which is called raking. Now, I can't help myself with the raking, but you can either rake where you go thumb, index, middle, ring quickly and turn your wrist, or you can just pull and do a straight pinch. So if you ever see me raking, it's just because I can't help myself, okay? So pinching, and then we're playing the 3 by itself with the ring finger, then the 3 by itself again, and then pinching top and bottom string, all the while holding this 3 down. So, then let go with the thinnest string, play it open, middle finger on open B, and then fret the B string on the 3rd fret, 1, 2, 3, pinching the A string and that string that you're holding down. Okay? And then you may be looking at the tab, hopefully you've got it from Learn Guitar in London. You'll see that there is some brackets of a 0-3. Now all this means is that you are just holding that pinch that you just did into the next bar, so don't replay it. That's the important message here. Then play 1st fret on the B string. And that kind of gives us that main melody, doesn't it? Now from here, we're going to compose an A minor. You can leave the index finger where it is because that's part of the A minor, middle on 2nd fret on the D, and ring finger on 2nd fret on the G. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick that A minor, thumb on A string, thumb on D string, index on G, middle on B, index on G, thumb on D. So we're going down the A minor. Thumb, thumb, index, middle, index, thumb. Okay, so now let's put that all together. First 2 bars. Okay, good so far, well done. On to the next bar. We've got a D7. Now a really quick way to change to D7, or a way to be economical with the fingers, is to leave the index finger where it is on fret 1 on the B string, drop your middle finger down to the G string on fret 2, and your ring finger on fret 2 on the thinnest string. And now the pinch for this is another big pinch, thumb on the D string, because we need the D note, index, middle and ring, and pulling those 4 strings. Okay, so we're going to pull them all, then we're going to play 2 2s on the thinner string, and then another 2 but with the D bass note. So we've got, then we're going to find the 3rd fret on the B string with the ring finger I like to use there. Then the 2 on the G, which is still being held down. You can see I've just moved from D7 to here to there, okay? Just utilise this. And then we're going to come up, any finger you want really, but the ring finger might be better, to the thickest string on the 3rd fret, and we're going to pinch that D string, the G and the B, and we're going to pull those together. Now you'll notice that there is some more brackets again going into the next bar. That means basically don't replay it. We're then going to play the thumb on the thickest that's still holding down 3, then open G, that's the 4th string down, then play the thickest string again on 3, and then we're going to play the 2. Okay? So this is called a bass run, because we're going to be going down to E minor. Okay? Okay, so that's bars 3 and 4. Let's look at the next 2 bars. So nice and easy, open strings, we don't need to fret anything. We're going to play the E, G and the B string. We're going to pinch those 3 strings. Then we're going to play the B string twice. Then we're going to do that same pinch again of the E, G and B. So all no fretting whatsoever. Then open thinnest. Then 3rd fret on the thinnest. And then we need a couple of 2s. So it's 2nd fret on the B string and 2nd fret on the E string. And we're going to be playing the A, B and E. And we're going to pinch those together. So let's do that bar again. And then that's going to carry into the next bar. That's why there's the brackets on the tab if you're following that tab. Then open on the thinner string. Now we're going to seek out the 5th fret. Now I like to use my little finger for this just because it means that these other fingers are ready for action if needed on the other frets. And we're going to play the 5th fret with a pinch on the A string as well. Then we're going to play the 5 and we're going to play the 5 again. Now the middle finger for me naturally sits on fret 3 on the thinner string. And we're going to pinch the D string with that 3. So it's... Okay. Okay, so let's back up and go from bars 5 into bars 6. Okay, once again, into the next bar, there's a tie, 0, 3. It's just playing over, don't replay it. Into the next bar, we've got 2nd fret on the thinner string, then 2 open D strings with the thumb, then 3rd fret on the B string, playing the open D note as well, pinching the 2 together, then 2nd fret on the thinnest. So you don't actually need to lift up this 2nd fret, you can leave it there while you're playing that bar. Okay, good. Moving on, we need to kind of have a C chord together. So that's 3rd fret on the A string, use your ring finger for that, and 1st fret on the B string. You don't really need the middle finger that you'd usually use for a C, but you can put it down if that's quicker for you to make. But the most important note is to land this 3rd fret on the A string. We're going to play that note with the thumb, and then the ring finger is going to play the open E string. Then thumb again on that same note, 3rd fret on the A string. Then we're going to pinch with the index finger held down on 1 on the B and playing the thumb, index and ring. So you get this open thinner string as well as the 1 and the 3. Then open on the thinnest. And then the pinky finger comes down to fret 3 on the thinner string. We still need the 3 here on the A string and the pinky here. Then open on the thinner string. Okay, so I'll do, this is bar 8, so it's got a C written above it. Okay, again. Then move this ring finger up to the 3rd fret on the thicker string. Play that note. Pinky finger also moves up to the 3rd fret on the B string. So what am I doing there? I'm going thickest string, then B string, then thickest string twice, obviously holding down the 3. Then this time it's the thickest string but pinching the G string as well, as part of the melody. Then pinky finger on the 3rd fret on the B. So that bar is... Sorry, I'll do that again. Okay, so let's back it up to the bar before. This is bar 8 with the C above it. So it's really important for using the ring finger here on the A string to just move that up to the thicker string and then move the pinky up as well. It just makes it easier to position your fingers and keep them all within the same place. Now we're on to the bottom line now. So we're coming back to a C chord, okay? So we're going to move from this down, ring finger back down to the A string, index finger down to the B string on the 1st fret. We're going to play the A string and then the B string, then thumb on the A. Then we're going to do a pinch again like we did earlier, thumb, index and middle. And then we're going to play just the middle to do the 1. Then we're going to lift up from the 1st fret on the B string, play another pinch there, thumb, index and middle, and then middle by itself. Okay, now this time moving into the next bar where it says E suspended 4th above, you've got another tied note, which is that B note, which is just tying into the beginning of the next bar. And the rhythm can be a little bit challenging there. 1. So you're basically stealing the beginning of that 1st bar, that 8th beat is held. So we're going 4, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's the E suspended 4th that I'm picking there. But I just did it for the rhythm. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So that rhythm can be quite challenging, so please work on that. Now the E suspended 4th. Actually, it's not technically that full chord, but we just need the 2nd fret on the D string and the 2nd fret on the G string. And we're doing a picking pattern of index, thumb on D, index, middle, index, thumb on D, index. Into bar 12, we keep the same chord held down, but we start with the thickest string as a 0. Then we go thumb on there, thumb on D, index, thumb on D. And then we're pinching thickest string and index on 2nd fret, on the G, and then playing the G again. So it's all just based around keeping this chord held down, but we're just doing different stuff with this hand, okay? And now to finish, we find the 1st fret on the G string. To make this G sharp note, we're playing thickest string, index and middle, and pinching that. Holding it into the next bar, hence the brackets, and then we're going to go 1st fret, which we're already holding. I'm now making a full E chord here. Thumb on D, ring finger on E, and middle on B. Okay, so I'll just back up a little bit, and I'll back up to bar 10, so that's the last line on the 1st page. And then we're moving into into the verse. Now that's available at learnguitarinlondon.com, so you can join up to the student area right now. Just click the link in the video or the link in the video description, and you'll find part 2 to learn the verse, you know, and we'll put it all together there. And of course you can get the tab there as well. Thanks for watching, keep on playing.